Welcome to Inside Marquette Basketball. Bob Brainerd pinch hitting for Sophia Minard, of course joined by head coach Shaka Smart, starting with a Sunday afternoon affair in South Bend against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And we're going to pick it up from the second half, Shaka, because 7 points in 70 seconds out of the chute, out of the halftime locker room. Your guys not only took that lead, they expanded upon it.
Well, I thought the guys did a great job of taking the message that the coaching staff and the leadership of the team gave and applying it on the court. You know, we really challenged our guys to put two strong halves together, and it was something that we had struggled with in the previous few games. And I thought our guys did a terrific job of starting the half with aggressiveness.
Cam Jones, he continues to have a terrific December. 25 points in that game, his third 20-point game in the last 4 games played. Sometimes guys just get in the zone, and Cam seems to be feeling it right now.
Yeah, it's what he can do. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, and I don't even think he's particularly hot, because if you look at his outside shooting, he can shoot even better. But what he's doing really, really well right now compared to his freshman year is driving the ball and getting into the paint, getting to the foul line some. And he just has this way of extending his left arm and making shots around or under the defense. So really proud of his progress.
Other individual accolades in the Notre Dame game also. I mean, he had a double-double at the half, and again, he, like the rest of the team, just continued to build on that. Being strong offensively and defensively, he's a threat when he's got both aspects going. Well,
we really challenged him last week on the rebounding side. You know, he came into the Notre Dame game averaging 5.8 rebounds per game, and I just told him, I said, that just doesn't look right next to your name. You can rebound more than that. You can rebound better than that. I challenged him to double his offensive rebounding average per game. He was averaging about 1.5 a game. He got 7 in the Notre Dame game. So he's very, very capable. Now we ask him to do so much, and he's a guy that on the offensive end and the defensive end is a very unique player compared to our whole league, and certainly we don't have anyone on our team anywhere near like him.
Another stat that really jumped off the page in that Notre Dame victory, 50 points in the paint for your guys and 15 offensive rebounds. Again, attack mode from everybody, not just Oso.
When we've played our best, our guys have had a real clarity of mind to follow the plan that they spearhead coming up with. You know, that's the great thing about our team is we have some really cerebral guys. They watch a lot of tape, and they'll say, hey, we got to get in the paint. Hey, we got to really share the ball and make the extra pass. But again, when we've played our best, there's a clarity to go do that in the moment. It's one thing to say it beforehand. It's one thing to watch tape after and say we should have done this or we should have done that. But doing it in the moment, especially when the game is tight, is a real skill.
This was the 119th meeting between Marquette and Notre Dame. It was a series that used to go on, of course, when they were independents and then when they were in the same conference. But it's the first meeting since 2013. I know that the fans love this meeting. Did you enjoy going to Notre Dame? And of course, they'll be back in Milwaukee next year.
I enjoyed it. One of my dear, dear friends, a college teammate, is, you know, Notre Dame everything. And so all I heard about, you know, over my time in college was Notre Dame football. And this was my first time being at a basketball game at Notre Dame. I'd been on campus before. What a neat place. In some ways it reminds me of Marquette. And the main difference is we don't have football. And I kind of like that basketball is the big, big deal here. But it's a neat place and it's a neat rivalry. And I love the fact that for our fans, you know, it's close enough where we had a great group of fans come down, and it was, you could tell it was really, really meaningful to them. And I told our guys afterwards, I brought Bill Scholl up in front of the team. I said, hey, Bill was at Notre Dame for a long, long time. And not only is this game meaningful to us as players and coaches, but this game is meaningful to a lot of people that truly care about Marquette. And so I'm grateful for our guys, the great effort they showed.
Prior to the traveling down to South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish, it was here at home at Fiserv Forum, North Carolina Central. And really the thing that sticks out in that game, Shaka, is the fact that your guys shot the basketball very well. Came out with a purpose, came out with a bullseye on that hoop.
Well, I thought that the first half was terrific, and I thought the second half was nowhere near as good. I think part of the maturation of our team is understanding that to win the biggest games, you've got to come out and be terrific early in the game, which we've done a very good job of in most games. But then in the second half, you've got to sustain that energy, you've got to sustain that competitiveness, you've got to sustain that level of focus to be your best to close out the game.
In the NC Central game, Omax really shined in that, double-double again for him. He seems to gather himself, and when the spotlight is on, and when you ask him and you kind of prod him to get a little bit more, that's what he delivered in that contest.
Well, I'm just so proud of his growth and development as a person. We say all the time in our program, player development is personal development. So he and his teammates, those guys have really put time and energy into growing in terms of their impact on their teammates and how they approach every day walking into this building. DeAndre Haynes on our staff deserves a ton of credit for working with Omax on his balance in the paint. Omax, with his athleticism and his size, has done a great job getting into the paint, probably more than anyone on our team, and making good things happen, getting to the foul line, putting the ball in the basket, and he's finished really well.
And also in that game, Oso, he was, we know that he's handling the basketball a lot more, but also dishing, distributing in that game. Oso, again, the completeness of his game showing off in that aspect.
Well, he's a unique player, and he's someone that we recognized in the spring and the summer. He's gonna be able to handle the ball for us out on the floor at 6'10", and that's going to give us some opportunities to create baskets for other guys because it takes their biggest defender away from the basket. And so Oso's done a nice job passing the ball. Having him and Tyler Kolek out there together, we literally have two of the best passers at their position in the country.
Final thoughts on NC Central. You mentioned it, the first half was great, the second half there was a drop-off. How did you address that with your guys after the game? Even in victory, how do you say, look, guys, we have things to work on?
Well, I've kind of evolved in some ways, I think, over the years. The old school mentality is, you kick and you yell and you scream. But I think where I've gotten to now is trying to get into the place of the players and get into understanding their mindset and maybe what caused some of those breakdowns, and then utilizing that to create growth in them. Because sometimes the kicking and the yelling and the screaming, and certainly there's a time and a place for that, sometimes that actually doesn't really connect and doesn't land in those moments. And I also told them, to be honest with you, Bob, we counted it up. There's dozens of teams that have lost these what's called guarantee games, when teams like North Carolina Central come and play you at home and you don't have to go back and play them. And I'm grateful for our team going 5-0 in our guarantee games. I mean, you don't take that for granted. I mean, there's really good programs that have lost multiple guarantee games. So for our guys to take care of business overall is important. I also told them, hey guys, those games are over. So for the remainder of the season, we're talking about wars. I want you guys to know, this game was very, very meaningful to a whole lot of people. Every game is very, very meaningful to us. But this game means a lot. This rivalry goes back a long, long time. But we came in here and made a lot of people happy because you guys played the right way. Relentless pursuit. That's a really good offensive team. And on the possessions where we were locked in, talking, flying around, they really had no answer for it. We can do that to people. We just got to continue to build consistency. This is what it's like to come on the road and beat a good team. It should feel good. And we want more. Everybody in. Yes, sir.
Hey, we want more on 3. 1, 2, 3. We want more.
Shaka Smart's interview is presented by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, the official banking partner of Marquette University.
Golden Eagles fans, open a Marquette checking account with Wintrust Wisconsin's bank today and score golden perks like a $50 opening bonus, free ATMs nationwide, and your very own exclusive MU Golden Eagles debit card. Rep the blue and gold at home or on the road. And don't miss this golden opportunity to let everyone know. Scan Scan now to open your account today. Wintrust Wisconsin's bank, proud to be the official bank of Marquette University.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Aurora Healthcare.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of Marquette Athletics. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Okay.
Grandpa, will this be our Christmas tree?
Someday. Come on, Katie. I'm really proud of you guys.
Look how big it's gotten.
Ah, that's great. Wow.
Is it ready yet?
Someday. Come on. You think it's ready?
Welcome back to Inside Marquette Basketball. I'm Bob Brainerd, in for Sophia Minard, along with Shaka Smart. All right, let's dial her back to a big week of basketball for the Golden Eagles. We're going to start with the Wisconsin Badgers. Of course, everybody in the state, all eyes on that contest. You grew up watching both of these programs, so you know what this rivalry is all about, Coach.
I sure do. Yeah, growing up in this state, I remember these games very, very closely, very intently. And when you get into this game, you know, I've been a part of two of them now. There is just a different energy, and you know, you try to prepare the guys for it because we only have one scholarship player from Wisconsin. It takes them a little bit of time, but I'll tell you what, when they go out on the court in warm-ups before, now they get it, now they feel it. You know, Wisconsin deserves a lot of credit for the way they started the game. They're coming off a loss to Wake Forest. We were coming off of a big win. We really, really worked to get our guys to understand, hey, those guys are going to be coming in here, you know, really, really attacking on level 10. And they did. I thought Chucky Hepburn for their team was the best player on the court over the course of the game, and he made some big, big-time shots. I thought some of the shots we forced them into were shots we would like for the opponent to take, but in the first half, they were on fire, shooting 70%.
So you go into the locker room, and Chucky Hepburn's on fire, and Wisconsin's feeling it, and they're feeling good in Milwaukee. How did you address the guys? What did you say? And the adjustment certainly paid off because here you come out of the locker room and you start to make your move.
Yeah, well, I told the guys, hey, it's a 40-minute game. You know, just like we talk about when we're up at halftime, this game is not over, and our focus needs to be on winning the next round. What we do, Bob, is we break the game into 10 rounds, which is 4-minute games that are separated by the media timeouts. I thought there was a couple big, big shots where we had wide open looks from outside that could have put us up by multiple possessions, and they just didn't go down for us. And then Wisconsin, you have to give them credit for the plays that they made, and then obviously the last basket of the game. We did a nice job kind of getting them hemmed up on the side, but then Hepburn was able to defeat that trap and drive at baseline, find a teammate, and that was the game-winning basket.
Dial back, the Baylor Bears come into town to take on Marquette. You guys get smacked in the mouth from the get-go right away, but then you smack back and keep smacking. I mean, this is like a fighter who gets one good punch in, Shaka, and then your guys just keep roundhousing. I mean, it was something to see.
Yeah, you know, our guys were ready. I mean, those are the type of games that as a coach and as a player you love, because there's probably not a lot of people outside of our locker room that are giving us much of a chance to win this game. I think Baylor was number 6 in the country coming into the game. And those are the games, again, you love as a competitor. Let's go see what we can do. Let's go after it. It was awesome to see our guys say, okay, you know, they're a good team. They're going to make some shots. Let's go right back at them. You know, let's stay with our plan. Let's stay connected. Let's ramp up the aggressiveness even more. The way that our guys attacked and stayed confident and aggressive on the offensive end was impressive. And even amidst the time period when Baylor was bombing some shots in from literally the Marquette logo. So you know, it was impressive the way that we kept attacking. Offensively, I'm excited because our guys are really gaining confidence and, you know, sharing the basketball with each other. We just have to continue to get better with our defensive consistency, and then on the offensive end, the little things like finishing around the rim a little bit better, making our threes and shooting the right threes at the right times. But I'm excited about the growth our guys are making.
96 points for the Golden Eagles against Baylor in that game. And Chase Ross, dive into the stat sheet there. He had a career-high 4 steals. He was disruptive every time he was on the court.
Well, he got in the game, and within a couple minutes, he just took the ball from one of their players, went down to the other end and dunked. This was a really, really meaningful game for Chase Ross because he's from the Dallas area, and Baylor's about 90 minutes away from there. And so he's a guy that grew up in the state of Texas. Obviously, Baylor's had a very, very successful program over the last several years. Wasn't recruited by Baylor, wasn't recruited by, you know, some of the big schools in that state. And so, let's be honest, I mean, when he goes home for break, he's gonna be able to stick his chest out and say, yeah, we beat Baylor, and we beat Baylor convincingly. So I was happy to see him play with such energy and play so well.
You guys were on edge, getting your hands on the basketball, helping each other, flying around, talking. All right, Dr. Lovell said it. This was a different team right here than played on Saturday against Chicago State, because this game was bigger in your guys' minds than anything else. You just wanted to win this game against Baylor, all right? And that's a respect level that comes from an opponent like that. As we continue to grow and mature, if we can treat every game like that, then every game we can have, maybe not that lopsided of an outcome, but the outcome we want. Do not let this game be like the be-all and end-all for us, because the reality is there's a lot of stuff we can keep getting better at, right? Sure. Who played perfect tonight? All right, you guys should take a lot of pride. That's the number 6 team in the country. Okay, Purdue's the number whatever team in the country. We can play with anyone, and we can beat anyone when we're at our best. Everybody in. Hey, no finish line on 3. 1, 2, 3. No finish line.
Inside Marquette Basketball is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. Live well to be well.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Aurora Healthcare.
Golden Eagles fans, open a Marquette checking account with Wintrust Wisconsin's Bank today and score golden perks like a $50 opening bonus, free ATMs nationwide, and your very own exclusive MU Golden Eagles debit card. Rep the blue and gold at home or on the road. And don't miss this golden opportunity to let everyone know. Scan now to open your account today. Wintrust Wisconsin's Bank, proud to be the official bank of Marquette University.
Mom! Yeah. So I left.
Become who you're truly meant to be. Marquette University. Be the difference.
Okay.
Grandpa, will this be our Christmas tree?
Someday. Come on, Katie. I'm really proud of you guys.
Look how big it's got.
Ah, that's great. Wow.
Is it ready yet?
Someday. Come on.
You think it's ready?
Welcome back to Inside Marquette Basketball. Bob Brainerd in for Sophia Minard, along with the coach, Shaka Smart. 'Tis the season. We're into December. Christmas is just around the corner. And you and the guys and Marquette Nation, you headed out as part of an initiative with the Salvation Army. Help some kids brighten up their days and assist them in doing a little holiday shopping of their own.
Yes, this is an initiative that we did way back when I was an assistant coach at Clemson. And I said, wow, this is so much fun. We got to take this with us. So we did it at VCU, we did it at Texas, and now this is our second year here at Marquette. It's called Shopping with the Golden Eagles. The plan is to take a bunch of kids and take them shopping and give them an opportunity to go shopping for themselves and their families that they wouldn't necessarily normally have. I know when I was a kid, I would have loved this type of thing. So Kohl's was very, very generous, provided 60 $200 gift cards. So we were able to bring 60 kids from St. Catherine's School, which is a school that we partner with, and it was the different grades of the elementary school came in. And then the most fun part about it, Bob, is we're able to take one of our players or a student athlete from Marquette from one of our other teams or a staff member from our program or the athletic department, and they partner with one of the kids, and then they walk around together, they work together to do the shopping. And it's just so much fun. And like I said, I've been a part of it as an assistant coach and then as a head coach at different schools. And it's always, without fail, more fun for the member of, in this case, Marquette, even than the kid. You know, just to walk around and be a part of seeing their eyes light up when they get this toy or they get this gift for their little brother or their little sister or their mom. And so it was a win-win, and it always is. And again, very, very thankful to Kohl's for helping us make it happen.
Whether it's that during the holidays or any time in the summertime when you do things, community involvement, I mean, it's crucial for your guys to stay engaged with not only Marquette Nation, but this community, Milwaukee and Wisconsin.
Well, this community is so important to Marquette, and the support of the community is everything for our team. I mean, this is a program that's been built on the pride of the folks in this area, whether they're Marquette grads or not, that they have in the tradition of the program. And so I think it's really, really important for us to, as much as we can, connect with the folks that make this community what it is. You know, you also have to look at the fact, Bob, that we're right here smack dab in Milwaukee. I mean, we're not in the middle of some college town. And so every day when I drive in here, I think about the greater community. I think you see people, you wonder about people's stories. So anytime we can be involved in helping, even in small ways, enhance people's lives, it's a positive.
Inside Marquette Basketball is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Injuries can affect every part of your life. Trust our team at Gruber Law Offices to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Marquette Athletics. One call, that's all.
Golden Eagles fans, open a Marquette checking account with Wintrust Wisconsin's Bank today and score golden perks like a $50 opening bonus, free ATMs nationwide, and your very own exclusive MU Golden Eagles debit card. Rep the blue and gold at home or on the road. And don't miss this golden opportunity to let everyone know. Scan now to open your account today. Wintrust Wisconsin's Bank, proud to be the official bank of Marquette University.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Aurora Healthcare.
Okay.
Grandpa, will this be our Christmas tree?
Someday. Come on, Katie. I'm really proud of you, God.
Look how big it's got.
Ah, that's great. Wow.
Is it ready yet?
Someday. Come on.
You think it's ready?
Inside Marquette Basketball is presented by Wintrust, Wisconsin's Bank, the official banking partner of Marquette University. Aurora Healthcare, live well to be well. And by Gruber Law Offices, One call, that's all.
Welcome back to Inside Marquette Basketball. Bob Brainerd, Shaka Smart. All right, here we go. Big East play just around the corner. The Creighton Blue Jays will be in Milwaukee for a Friday night affair. Creighton, one of the teams that a lot of folks in your conference are worried about. They've got a lot of talent.
They sure do. They had a terrific year last year, and they have a lot of great players back. I think the thing that you look at when you see Creighton is they have a lot of weapons on the offensive end, and then defensively they really get after you. Kalkbrenner, their big kid, is phenomenal. I think he's as impactful of a defensive player as I've seen in my years in coaching. So that'll be a heck of an opportunity for us to start the league. And then you look at the whole Big East, really across the board. Teams that are playing really well, teams that are well coached, talented teams. You've got a lot of older teams, Bob, that have a level of toughness and grittiness because of their age. The hostile environments, it reminded me of the Big 12 when I coached in that league. It just, man, those folks, the minute you step in the building, they're trying to get after you. But we're excited. You know, I think our guys that are returning players learned a lot last year. And, you know, obviously this non-conference segment went really, really fast. And so we're excited to get rolling with the Big East play.
I think when you look at the Big East, and you can say this practically every year, but you have to bring it every night. And that's not just coach speak to say that. It's true, because even the so-called bottom feeders, whoever they are this season, they will give you a fight, especially on their home floor. So this isn't lip service, is it, Coach?
No, because everyone has Big East talent. And so it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's the same, but it's kind of like playing, you know, an NFL football team. I don't care who you're playing against. They have NFL players. So if you don't come with good energy, they have a chance to beat you. And in the Big East, there's guys that can put the ball in the basket on every single team. There's guys that can block shots. There's guys that can rebound. And so, as we say, the most important thing for us being Marquette is to press our advantages. What are the things that make us our best, and really press on those? And when we've done that, we've been our best.
Coach, thanks. Best of luck to you and the guys as Big East play kicks in against the Creighton Blue Jays. I'm Bob Brainerd. Thanks for watching Inside Marquette Basketball.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,